What's that? And I remember nursing school days, like, I would sleep late because I have to do essays and stuff. So, like, 2, 1 a.m., whatever.
We heard it.
Like, the.
Yeah, and then we went out to go check it out, and like, it was nothing.
Like, I don't necessarily feel that it's bad or it has malintention towards our family at that time. But it was certainly wanted to be known. Sis, welcome to the Kamu Talks.
Thanks.
I had to like beg you to be on the Kamu Talks since last year.
Well, actually, you just came over today and you just decided to set up everything.
I didn't give her any choice, so. Welcome to the Kamu Talks, where we talk about wellness, healing, and let's see if you know my podcast well.
And anything.
You're close. Okay, do you know why we're talking today and why we're all set up with skulls and random stuff from your storage?
I don't know. You just came over and brought all this stuff, and you're like, "We're gonna do a podcast," and I'm like, "Okay, cool."
Literally, I've been thinking for the month of October, and you know me with my spiritual horror stories and stuff. And I was like, what if I just do like a nice, like, growing up stories with like horror stories with you? I think it would be cool to like share it. And you know, like growing up as a kid, I was always like spiritual, and like I would tell like mom and dad, like I would see things even in like our old house at Western. Funny story, when we were in Cuba, and I didn't tell Daniele this, we were sleeping. What's that? Oh, listen. We were sleeping, and you know when you're new to the place, and you're like, you know when you're new to the place, you can't sleep.
Yeah.
I think it would have been like our third day.
Okay.
So the way the bed is positioned is facing the TV,
Mm-hmm.
and then I was close to the washroom,
Okay.
and then in the washroom, like just above it is where the AC would be. Like the AC's here, and then you have to walk in, and the washroom is there.
Okay.
So I woke up. It must have been like 2 a.m. and I could have sworn I heard Bloody Mary like like at like the vent. I don't know if it was just the AC
Like, you mean screaming?
screaming, like a guy screaming though.
A guy.
A guy, it wasn't a girl.
Okay.
So like, needless to say, from 2 a.m. I couldn't sleep anymore.
You didn't wake Daniele up?
No. When something like that happens, actually, I don't tell people.
Oh.
Because I don't want to freak myself out, and I don't want to freak out whoever's with me. What about you? What stories do you have for me? Why don't we go back when we were West Third? Remember when you were crying at the back of the house and
Yeah.
then something was growing bigger and bigger?
Yeah. So, like, I don't know what happened that day, but I think I got into a fight with mom or dad. Or you. I don't remember.
No, I think it was mom and dad, because I was looking for you and then I saw you at the back.
Oh.
I was like, oh.
Yeah, so I ran to the back, and then I don't know if it was just my imagination, but I was crying. It was dark. There's like nobody there, and then I felt like there was this black figure that just like, I don't know, maybe it was just my imagination, but it just kept growing bigger.
Why would that be your imagination when your focus was like you're crying, like you're upset about something? Like, it wasn't like your mind was playing tricks on you when you were already scared to begin with. You know, when you have that like sensation of like, oh, I'm already scared, so that must be a person. You didn't have that in your mind, like you were upset. Anyways, go ahead.
Yeah, I don't know. It was just like a black figure that kept growing and growing, and then I ran back inside because I got scared.
What do you mean it kept growing and growing?
Like,
Can you
it was-
describe it?
Like, I felt like it was just it was like small, and then it just started to like grow in size. And so I like freaked out, and I don't know if you got me or I like went back inside. I don't remember. I was pretty young.
Was it just like a ball of blackness?
Yeah. Yeah.
But how did you know that it started to move?
I don't know. I was looking at it, I guess. Like I felt
And you were like, wait, did you feel something and then looked at the corner, or your eye caught something? Like, did you feel
like my
fear initially?
eye caught something.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
And then it just started to move.
Yeah, and then that's when I ran inside.
Okay. That area,
Uh-huh.
the same area that you're talking about, are you talking about like once you step out, like in our backyard, there's this like little piece of like wood
Yeah.
and stuff? Okay. Do you remember when I was washing dishes?
Yes, I remember this very well.
Were you there when I started
Yes.
screaming and went to mom's?
Yes, no, because what happened was we were eating dinner and then you had to wash the dishes, but
Because you didn't want to wash the dishes. I have to wash the dishes.
yeah. So mom and I were just chilling on the dining table. I don't know where dad was at the time. But yeah, I remember like you screaming towards us.
Okay. I don't know what it is. Whenever it's my turn to wash the dishes, I don't like turning on the lights.
Oh,
So,
like the outside.
no, in the kitchen.
Oh.
Just like wash the dishes and just like get out of there.
uh-huh.
Okay, so you know how our kitchen is set up, right? So there's a window.
Yeah.
There's a window and then there's a sink. So I'm washing dishes and the sink is, or sorry, the window is right here and the sink is here and I'm washing dishes. So in order for you to be able to peek from outside in, to be able to see people inside, you gotta have a ladder.
Yeah.
Or you have to be 7-8 feet
Yeah.
tall from outside to be able to look in.
Yeah.
So as I'm washing dishes, again, this black figure slowly went to the side and just kind of like looked at me like that, like no feature, no nothing. And then I started screaming like,
Yeah, I remember your scream. It was pretty like scary. Like I didn't know what to think.
where were you?
We were in the dining table.
Were you freaked out?
Yeah, because like I've never heard you scream like that before.
There's definitely something in that house though.
Yeah.
Like now looking back and in hindsight, I feel like tell them about the microwave story.
Oh, yeah. So
There's definitely something in that house. And
yeah.
we just kind of brushed it off, I think.
Yeah, like they were harmless. Like they didn't I felt like they weren't a threat.
Oh, wait. In my head, I'm like, they're harming you.
No.
Harmless.
Yeah. Like so the one year I think Denzel and I just started dating and we were hanging out in my room and all of a sudden like all we hear is like the microwave just turn on and we're like, oh fuck, you know, what the hell was that? Like we don't know who was there at the time.
You thought somebody was home.
We thought somebody was home. So we both went to go check it out and I think I remember that time our microwave broke or like it was unplugged for some reason. Like I think dad didn't want us using it for some time. But we both went.
But like, did you like check if it was plugged in or what?
Yeah, we were checking and we're like, why? It's like unplugged. But we heard like you know how when you press the buttons, like the toot, 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 we heard that and then it went off. So we're like, oh, like somebody must be.
Oh, so you heard the sound of it going.
Yeah.
Not necessarily saw it.
No.
Saw it turning.
No, but we heard it
like that.
Yeah, and then we went out to go check it out and like it was nothing. I don't remember if it was just like turned off or like it was still going off. I think it was still going off. I don't know exactly the story, but yeah, like it was such a long time ago that I don't remember the details.
What'd you guys do? You just ran?
Yeah, we were freaked out. We're like, okay.
Well, in that same, like, remember that hallway? Like, there's the washroom and then my room, and then your room is opposite my room. I could have sworn you were playing a prank because I was brushing my teeth, and I remember nursing school days, like, I would sleep late because I have to do essays and stuff. So, like, 2, 1 a.m., whatever, I was brushing my teeth. But I locked the door of the bathroom, and you're opposite the bathroom door,
Right.
right? So, and then somebody was aggressively just trying to get in. I was like, sis, what are you doing? Like, I'm brushing my teeth.
This really?
Like, maybe 3 times trying to open it. I'm like, I'm still here. Like, wait for me, right? I'm like, and then nobody was answering. And then I didn't hear, you know how those floors were creaky?
Yeah.
I didn't hear you walk away from it. So then I opened the door right away, and I went to your room and you were sound asleep. Mom and dad were sound asleep. Like, if it was you, like if you were lying to me and it was you, I would have heard like you're walking away. And then that day I knew, and then I had to move in the basement. That day I knew that we weren't alone in the house. So remember me moving in the basement, and like I don't necessarily feel that it's bad or it has malintention towards our family at that time, but it was certainly wanted to be known, its presence. So I was studying, and during that time, like I didn't have like a fixed schedule. I'd be up at like, I don't know, God knows, 5 a.m. All of a sudden, I was reading a book, and then all of a sudden, I would hear psh, 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 just like behind me, and I was like, "What the hell?" I looked back, and you know those blinds with the turning thing. Like you know how you can like close the blinds, open the blinds, like the stick that hangs. It was going. Psh, 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 psh,
You
psh.
never told me this.
Dude, I told you this story so many times, and up to this day, like for a split second, I was like, where's like the vent or whatever, like the airflow, whatever. There's no vent in that basement too, I remember. And then I remember I didn't feel freaked out. Like I didn't feel like a bad energy or anything like that. But it was like I knew, like you kind of just like ignore it in a sense, because like you can't entertain it, right? Anyways, do you have any more?
There was some in the old apartment, our very first apartment in Canada. Remember? Like,
I don't remember.
so I think your friend was sleeping over.
Oh
Yeah. So she was sleeping over.
we were kids.
Yeah,
like,
like I was like under 12 for sure.
yeah.
Yeah. So I remember like she slept over that night, and I woke up because it was like two beds, your bed and my bed, but my bed had like a pull-out bed, so somebody can sleep like, beside or like under kind of thing. And I remember like waking up and looking at your friend.
Was she sleeping like under that bed?
Yes.
Okay.
So I was sleeping on my bed. She was sleeping like on the second.
Where was I?
You weren't in the room already.
Oh, I was out.
Yeah, you were out. I don't know where you were, but I think you were showering or something.
Okay. So just the two of you
It was just the two of us
that you know.
that I thought. And I like looked at her because I'm like, oh, like she's still sleeping. And it was just literally like the face, like it was her face, but it was like covered like this.
Maybe it's her hair, dude.
No, because I literally went out after that and she was outside with you.
Oh my god.
Yeah, so I think that apartment is very old. It's like over 100.
It was older than Western for sure.
Yeah, it's over 100 years old. And I remember somebody told us after we moved out, or like right before we moved out of that apartment, that a lady jumped out from that window. I think so.
Okay, surprisingly, and I'm very energetically sensitive, I didn't feel nothing from that apartment. I felt a lot in Western, but not in that apartment.
Really? Remember when Ate Rhoda, she...
Oh, like a doppelganger?
Yeah, but with me. So same kind of thing with your friend. But I remember we were all hanging out in the living room, and she went to the washroom. And the washroom is right beside our bedroom at the time. And she apparently passed by the bathroom. Or sorry, passed by my bedroom to go into the bathroom. and all of us, like, she just saw me like folding laundry apparently in our room.
Oh yeah, I remember that. And she's also like, when she tells stories, you gotta best believe it's true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so she like walked out. She walked back out after a few minutes, and she's like, "What are you doing here?" And I'm like, "What do you mean?" Like, I was like hanging out with like Ryan at the time, I think. And she's like, "What are you doing here?" And I'm like, "Were you?" She's like, "Were you not doing laundry like in your room?" I'm like, "No, I was here the whole time." She's like, "Who the hell is that?" Because like it looked exactly like you in your room. And I'm like,
Was there a party at that time too or something? Or no, she
"Oh,
just happened to
no."
pass by.
Like we were just hanging out.
Wow.
Like I don't remember what the occasion was. I don't even think there was an occasion, but yeah.
Well, I remember when going back to West Third, remember Nathan? My good friend Nathan. When he used to help dad fix like electronics and stuff, and dad had a station in the basement where he could fix his electronics.
Mm-hmm.
So I guess he was there with dad, and then dad had left to pick up mom or whatever. And then all of a sudden, he told me that there was like footsteps upstairs.
Mm.
Do you remember him saying this?
Yes, I do.
So then he had thought that, oh, like they're back so soon or something. And then he went up and there was nobody there. And that's when he told me that's like something's going on in your house.
Actually, like I've heard footsteps in that house, like constantly. It's the one that goes down the basement.
Really?
Yes.
How come you never told me that?
I told you this, like
It goes to the basement?
Well, like let's say I'd be in the living room and then all of a sudden like you just hear like somebody walking down the stairs.
Like constantly?
Not constantly, but I heard it enough. Yeah. And actually, speaking of which, sometimes in this house.
No!
Yes. Yeah, sometimes in this house I kind of hear, but it's also a townhouse, so I don't know.
You might be
Yeah,
attached
it might
there.
yeah, connected to
Yeah.
that, but it still creeps me out.
When I would say this is the freakiest. Do you remember the photo that I took? A selfie of me?
I think so. There was like a face.
It's an entire body, face and body, against the fridge.
Oh yes, at Weston.
I cannot find that picture anymore. Like, I remember sending it to my email and I can't for the life of me. I don't know if it wasn't meant to be found, but only a few of my friends have seen it.
Yeah.
And that sort of validated everything for me about that house. I feel like it must have been an old owner that couldn't move on, because I think before moving to that place, dad had said there was only one owner prior to us. And then dad renovated the entire basement. And apparently word has it that if you renovate a house that the old owner loved and cherished, and the setup is the way they wanted it. Like, remember that piano? Like the
grand piano.
it wasn't a grand piano, it was
Like an orchestra.
oh my god, do you remember him demolishing that? And then I think that's when it was like, but it wasn't like malicious or anything like that. It was just there. I don't know if dad felt anything.
He did. He told me
Because you know how he is.
Yeah, he told me right before we moved out to go into this house. He was in the basement working on something again. And he was just working, whatever, doing his electronic stuff. And all of a sudden, like somebody goes in his ear.
Oh yeah.
And goes shh, shh, something like that. Like whispered like right in his ear, and then he was like, and he's usually not the one to get scared, but he was like, I went upstairs right away after that. But he didn't tell us this until like when we moved, when we were in this house already.
Oh my gosh. And you know, when he tells stories, you're like, okay, stop, I don't want to hear it anymore, because you know it's legit and he feels things. I do remember when I was in U grad and then I went to work at this nursing home. Do you remember that time in our life when I used to work as like my very first job? My schedule was 3 to 11, and I would go go home at like close to 12 a.m. and you guys are already sleeping.
Mm.
So that would be like when I go home, and if he felt like something had happened at my place or somebody has followed me at home, he would know.
Mm-hmm.
He would tell me, it's like, did somebody pass? Like, because he would feel his hair
Yeah.
stand up. And that's why he said, oh, you should bug, meaning like you shouldn't go home first. You should go to like other places first and then go home.
Yeah. Basically leave them somewhere else.
Yeah.
Oh.
But yeah, we have more crazy stuff happen, I feel.
Yeah.
Any other stuff you remember?
Yes, I do. Actually it was in this house as well. But I don't know if I was like dreaming at the time, but we watched a movie. I forgot what the movie was called. It was like a horror movie basically, and it was, I think Nicolas Cage was in it.
Okay.
And he was like this weird demonic character that like made like weird sounds. But anyway, Denzel and I would like make like inside jokes about it, like sometimes he would just be like yoo-hoo kind of thing, like you know that high pitched like sound.
Yeah.
Whatever. So every now and then when after we watched that movie, we just like excuse me, we would just like joke around with it, like yoo-hoo kind of thing.
Mhm.
And so the one night, this is like weeks after, I was sleeping and I hear Kobe like get up, but then he went back to bed. And all of a sudden I like hears like yoo. And I was like dead asleep at this point. And it's, you know me, like when I sleep like a log. Like it's hard for me to wake up. I'm not a light sleeper. Like I sleep like really heavy.
So you heard it from coming from downstairs.
Yeah, and so I thought like Denzel was home. I was like, well, maybe like so I'm like I'm looking at my phone and it's literally like I think 2 in the morning or like 4, somewhere between 2 and 4. And he doesn't get home here until usually 5:30 to 6. And I looked at my phone and I'm like, it's friggin' 2 or 3 in the morning. Like it can't be him. And even when I got up to see, like when I heard the yuzu, I look up and Kobe was also looking up. And I'm like,
Oh my god.
what it was. So I thought, I'm like, oh, Denzel must be home because every time Denzel comes home, he just like runs to him and like, you know, did I not tell you the story?
No.
Oh, okay, yeah.
I'm a little freaked out.
Yeah, so I was like, maybe I'm just, I don't know, Kobe wasn't like barking or anything, but he just like, I looked just to look at him.
Maybe he woke up because you woke up.
Maybe,
But he was looking that direction.
yes,
Where
he
the
was
sound
looking
would
at
have
the
been
door.
coming from. Oh my gosh. I would have lost my.
So I was just like, I was texting Denzel, I'm like, oh my, what was that? Are you home? Like, I literally texted him, I'm like, are you home? Are you home? He's like, no, it's 4 o'clock. Like, I'm still at work. And I'm like, okay, well, I just heard something and I thought it was you.
What did you end up doing? You couldn't go
I
back to
think-
sleep?
I think I turned on all the lights, but then I went back to bed because I had work. I had to force myself to go back to bed.
That's so creepy, dude.
But like, yeah, I turned on all my lights after that because I couldn't sleep. Well, I did, but like it was harder for me to sleep.